In the recent years, Chelyabinsk region shows an impetuous rate of its development, exceeding average figures in the Russian Federation. This means also a significant growth of power consumption. Chelyabinsk region is listed among those of the peak demand. Putting new generating powers into operation is therefore vitally important. This problem started to be solved with creating Territorial Power Generating Company 10 in the Urals Federal District. These days, companies' investment programs are actively realized. One of the program items is the construction and startup of the Power Generating Unit 2 of Chelyabinsk Hidden Power Plant No. 3. The new unit should supply to Chelyabinsk region 200 megawatts of electric power and 260 gigacalories per hour of heat. However, the lack of financing extended construction of the unit to almost the whole decade, and construction began in 1996, simultaneously with startup of Unit 1. The first 2 years were related to proper construction and basic equipment installation, consisting of Taganrog's Krasny Kotelchik plant boiler, Leningrad Mechanical Factory's turbine, and a generator manufactured by Elektrosila plant from St. Petersburg. Actual reforms of national power engineering system gave a new life to this investment project. Early in 2005, the management of RAO US of Russia decided to complete the construction of Unit 2 on Chelyabinsk Hidden Power Plant No. 3. I consider this decision as absolutely correct. Depending on winter temperatures and how we should go through it, each unit is important for us. We may then strongly need every 10 megawatts and even a single megawatt to be achieved on our equipment. This explains why the startup of Unit 2 is extremely important for Chelyabinsk now, and it is both very expected and quite necessary. Certainly, during the past years, the project became out of date and had to undergo essential modifications and update. A group of experienced constructors worked on the site of Unit 2. The boiler was assembled and mounted by энергоблока. Turbine and generator mounting and assembly were carried out by Uralэнергоmontaj, a South Urals assembly and mounting firm. The electric equipment, including a 108-ton transformer, was mounted by Electric Montage Company No. 3 and Elektro-Ural Naladka firm. The main innovation is the new control system of the unit. Hardware and software complex of the unit was implemented by Emerson, the US-based company. Emerson upgraded the regulation and control system in order to make it to comply with the new standard requirements for central supervisory console from both primary and secondary regulation standpoint. Now, both of the units are regulated and controlled by the same shift supervisor. However, power units conserve their separated controlling feature. For power engineering specialists, the beginning of the past winter turned to be quite hot. Unit 2 startup was scheduled for the end of December 2006. The work was running 24/7. Workers, engineers, plant staff, company management, all the people worked as a single, well-conducted orchestra. Everybody understood that construction of the unit is vitally important for power engineering of Russia and Chelyabinsk region. High requirements presume the same level of responsibility for each participant. This high tempo of construction was rarely seen in Chelyabinsk power engineering history before.
Все идет согласно графику.
The schedule is completely obeyed. This evening we should start boiler bucking. By the end of December the 1st, we begin the vapor test and automation control checkout. Practically, this will be the end. Operation will start, putting into operation. More than 1,500 people are working on the unit site without stop, 24 hours a day. The tempo is quite vivid, I'd say, as in those good old days. Now we are on commissioning of Unit 2 control and protection systems of Chelyabinsk Hidden Power Plant No. 3. Principal mounting works have already been completed. Everything must be all right. On December the 19th, the most important stage of the commissioning began, comprising putting whole equipment complex into operation mode with connection to power supply line. On December the 20th, the unit started industrial load generation. Finally, December the 25th of 2006. This day is a special one in Chelyabinsk power engineering history. Conclusion of Unit 2 construction was widely celebrated on HPP 3. To participate in Unit's start-up ceremony, a delegation of RAO US of Russia, headed by Anatoly Chubais, the CEO, arrived to Chelyabinsk together with the representatives of the Urals Federal District, region and city authorities, deputies, journalists and other guests. Valery Yemelyanov, director of Chelyabinsk HPP3, reports to CEO of RAO US of Russia on the preparedness to start up the unit. The guests follow to the boiler turbine facility of the plant. Anatoly Chubais and Pyotr Sumin, the governor of Chelyabinsk region, cut the red ribbon in front of the working site. The celebration culminated on power unit's operating console. The hall of operating console could not house all the people wishing to be there at the start-up moment. Finally, Anatoly Chubais, the CEO of RAO US of Russia, personally started the operation of Unit 2 from operator's working place. The board indicates how the load data increases, the unit is in operation. There is no doubt that today is a very festive event for all of us. No doubt that hard work preceded this event. For me, without any doubt, first of all, this is a result of our power engineering system, newly created after reforms. I mean Power Engineering Company 10. Its CEO is modestly standing near me. He properly entered into this theme, unambiguously handled this process. We obtained the results within extremely short time. I would like to thank builders, erectors, designers, equipment manufacturers and all the personnel of Chelyabinsk Generating Company 10. This construction became a baptism of fire for them. The same day, one more important event occurred. Anatoly Chubais, the CEO, and Pyotr Sumin, the governor, signed agreement on cooperation within investment projects on construction and reconstruction of electric power objects in Chelyabinsk power system up to 2011. The agreement presupposes complex development of power generating facilities and electric supply lines of Chelyabinsk power system on the base of the most progressive technologies. The main vector of this document is reforming and investments in order to bring in several new objects, new construction, which by itself is a direct result of reforms. The development of regional power engineering, and this is again underlined in our agreement, is not only business of Mr. Chubais and his team, this is as well the aim and business of Chelyabinsk region. One of the most large-scale projects of Territorial Power Generating Company number 10 is the deployment of the third unit of Hidden Power Plant number 3. It is a combined cycle unit producing 220 megawatts of electricity and 160 gigacalories of heat per hour. On December the 25th, Boris Vanziher, the technical director of RAO US of Russia, and Andrei Shishkin, CEO of TGC-10, put a metallic container with a preliminary agreement on supplies of basic equipment for the unit into its foundation. The plans provide start of the unit's operation in 2011. In the last years, construction of Unit 2 became the largest investment project related to power engineering in Chelyabinsk region. It makes the power system more reliable, provides heats to the new residential areas of Kurchatovsky and Metallurgichesky district of Chelyabinsk. The startup of Unit 2 is the real victory for all the participants of construction. In front of the company there stands the large program of power engineering development of Chelyabinsk region and Tyumen region. The Territory Power Generating Company 10 is a team of professionals who are able to put any challenging project into life.